It's a bridge. Just get over it. Shouldn't take much. Looks good. Looking sort of good. That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war, or part of the problem. That might come in handy. They've destroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began. Let's see. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Says their door is always open for anyone willing to join their cause.
Zata is the muito tloho. Kariesne statse. Paro, ya put
The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes, as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy. The Sifu is determined to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life, as it's part of their strategy to cleanse the world and start anew. He welcomes you to the Jagni fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. The news of a cold-blooded Ronin crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 preceded you. He's referring to your rampage through Bunker 101. It seems you don't mind a bit of blood on your hands. That's something you have in common. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples. There were 6 of them, but the unity fell apart after Lupa Lupin attacked the old village. Soon after, they formed new tribes based on their own values, and when the Blight started, the animosity escalated to war. Jagni doesn't want a new unity between the tribes. Their goal is to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. Says there is some darkness in the best of us, even you, and suggests you embrace that side of you and help them vanquish the tribes and let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life. He wasn't sure you'd do that, but it seems your mind took control of that big heart of yours. That's a sign of strength.
Zibo.
The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can vanquish the other tribes. The one he wants to deal with first is the Myriad tribe.
Na Zena kas pipat ne?
Their kin must put an end to the war before war puts an end to them. It'll cost bruises and broken bone, but they refuse to be the victim here. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen.
Tada.
Even if you see the world differently, you must hit them as soon and as hard as you can. The outcome of this war is up to you.
Oh?
Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon.
Zanamach.
Once you've conquered the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu for control of their territory, tribe weapon, and kin.
Zanamach.
Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village.
Perfetta.
He remembers your kind and unselfish soul, and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good.
Perfetta.
Anyway, you'll pass your old village on your way to the first rival outpost, but we've got no time to be sentimental. War doesn't wait.
Tulo.
You have orders to follow.
Paro.
Understands you have... Says the Jagni wonder why Ankati keep trying to gasp out a living in their low air lands. Understands you have other places you need to go. Says it feels strange to see you wandering about. Says you'll meet again. There's a serenity about this spot. It's a place for rest and recovery, when day can become night, and the other way around. Thinks you're the sort who can work in the night like it was day.
Golputa.
Says you should take it easy. Is glad to see you maintain the same sense of balance you had as a kid. Will be around. The vendor says you can browse his goods any time during opening hours. Says there's usually a line, but today's your lucky day. Time to make a deal. Says there's an interesting place nearby that no one knows about, but doesn't really want to talk about it right now. Says you might have Jagni blood like them, but you need to get tearing things apart. Wishes you goodbye. Says there's an interesting place nearby that no one... Says there's no reason to let you in on where it is. Says there's no reason to make threats. Would have told you about it sooner or later. It's not far from here. Tells you that everyone that's taking everything for themselves are having all the fun. Says you're welcome back. Says the shop wants you to take your time as they're open for another couple of hours. The tree remains intact, but you must all make a change to save it. The vendor says you can browse his goods any time during opening hours. The gatekeeper welcomes you back to the fort. So, says you... Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurled. health up. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. He understands Wang Fu is hard. That's why your Muma only has 6 disciples. Doing just one thing helps you get more done in less time. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. Why not? There's no better time to do what needs to be done than right now. He says that wasn't too bad, was it? At least you learned that you'll drown if you don't swim. But you need practice, lots of practice. Judging by your Muma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go. The dedication to training is important. You can't rely solely on the fact that Wang Fu is in your blood. You should know, practice makes perfect. She'll see you at the village square. She says that's good. With a passion for learning, you'll never cease to grow. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. He thinks you're truly a kidling of your environment. You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to find some. He wonders what usefulness you found. Sometimes he's an expert, but sometimes he just does what's right. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. But that's his point, to take something useless, change it, and put it to good use again. He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good start. You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He appreciates those able to deliver a sharp remark. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away.
Andro?
Then you've got a good excuse. You share a responsibility to prevent hardship on nature and the environment. It's your future.
Saturutu.
She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone.
Turi kumbala mua.
She won't live forever, you know that. But she intends to make the most of every day she gets, especially the ones you share together.
Vaseno kasaman varut.
You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her. They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. He says that it's not too late for you to turn back, though. There's no way they'll let you pass. He wants to know who you think you are.
Epasi.
You'll have to face pain at some point. He offers to help you get it over with.
Bala.
She asks if you're hurt. What happened?
Berry?
If confidence is silent and insecurity is loud, she thinks you're absolutely right.
Berry?
The most important thing is that you're okay.
Do male tuku.
It's time to focus on your training now. Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best.
Kalba.
He asks if you could help him too before you leave for training.
Kalba.
He'll talk to her, sure, but you know she wants you to accept responsibility for your own actions and future.
Waksandunaneja.
He suggests you get going and find him gadgets and ideas for how you can upcycle some old fabrics. He's curious to see what you found.
Ki.
He's all for renewal and has even considered making the trip out into the wilds to look for a bionucleus pool and refresh his DNA.
Sith.
He says it's about time you learn how and offers to teach you, starting with the scrap you found.
Kukakwana.
The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you. You should take it with you, wear it to practice.
Wa.
Volakamu no mrutna.
Your Muma says it's about time you got here.
Andro?
Wants you to understand that you can do anything if you work really hard.
Andro?
She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much time left before the sun goes down.
Kanamunt.
Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you.
Polakudo.
Thanks you for being such a good student.
Urasa durut.
Been working on a present for you, with the help of Gizmo and Wiz.
Polakudo.
You should go see him and find out what it is. You've deserved it. Catchy.
Polakudo.
Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful.
Antoro.
A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent communication device.
Katjagtopolupta.
It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see whatever you see.
Asadurutu.
Says it's not a record keeper, more like a companion.
Asadurutu.
Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day.
Pendrine senema.
She's so happy you made the most of it. Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing can stop Biomutant from setting the world on fire. Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it.
Kanamunta.
Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupa Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming.
Pala.
Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And everything she's done has been to protect you, your Popsy, and those she was chosen to lead. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on. Let's see.